Hi guys, Frost here, welcome back to another episode of Knights of Dragons. Today we're going to do it's kind of a special recap. So what was going on this while? Well, my guild actually went for top 15. So what were we doing? This was basically a surprise run from me. I actually gathered some old friends that I got from, I think it was Brotherhood for Life or something. And what happened was, we decided to just go top 15 and see where we end up, because this was a domination run. What is a domination run? It's a special type of run that I made myself. It's kind of like Battle of the Sexes, only then much better, because Battle of the Sexes is just completely irrelevant against these type of runs. These runs are focused on Frenzy specifically, and everybody is like making a little bit of a ruckus about not getting whatever they got, you know, and blah blah blah. You know, you can see no hitting, stop, and they are kind of making a ruckus. But that was, I think, a day ago by now. How is internship, for those of you who are asking me? Quite, it's very cozy, honestly. I'm enjoying it so much as of now. You know, they're kind of throwing me in the deep straight away, which I don't like, but I have to just face it. You know, just face your fears. But yeah, big special thanks to IMAX, of course. And as usual, I'm going to name all of you guys, just give you a special little shout out. Elwin, another Dutch dude. Adelia, Lightning, Brock, he's actually from an indie guild. And I think it was Dragonbane Knights or something. Redneck, Asmodee, Area Down. One of my old friends, Alex, Kuhn, Juho, Jeez, Demigod, Sasuke, Brian, also known as Never Seen apparently. Still has to change his name. Cassandra, Canales, Kai, Ryu, Ma, Froze, myself, of course. I'm not going to give myself a shout out, but it was just to show you guys. Jensen, Edwards, a new guy that I recently saw, and he's actually quite a good hitter. Aiden should have made his mints, but I'm not going to really tag him as a leech for not making the mints by 7k. Ethan, Brutus, Ruben, that's also my one of my accounts. I also just play on one of his accounts sometimes. We have Nifsu, one of the new bigger free-to-play hitters in the Reckless family. We're starting to grow really in terms of like jammers and new people. Because like every guild kind of has its own thing, you know, and when everybody starts to recruit new members, that means that there's also potential new hitters. And Nifsu was one of them. I actually got him from EU, but still. Then we have Bolly, another account from Ma, Ducky, Maliadus, Gran, Xilin, a new guy, Reap, one of my old friends, together with Audacious. And Ryan. Now, what happened? This dude actually didn't make about 120 points. I'm not going to make a problem out of this one, honestly. Why would I? You know, I mean, he still made it, and I told him, just make your mints next time, okay? Just fucking get the other 120 points. And, of course, my Guildmaster account decided to leech, because the war was only 2 days. I was expecting it to be 3 days, as usual, you know? But the war actually was quite different. So, yeah, he's unspankable, and here we have the Leech of the Month. So what is this? It's a special type of event within the special event. It's called the Leecher of the Month. What is that? I'm basically allowing a noob or a new somebody to get a free Shadow Forged out of the blue. And he doesn't have to make minimums because he doesn't have the gems. So I'm just giving somebody a free Shadow Forged. How about that? And I will pick that guy or girl myself, because I just want to do it that way, and I feel like I can also grant some other nice hitters a free Shadow Forge, you know, because I know Brian, he's a personal friend of mine, and that's why I already let him leech the first run. That's also all I'm going to do, by the way, because he now has his official, where is he? Looking for that dude. Yeah, Clinky is Brian, by the way. And yeah, he now has his own Shadow Forge. I mean, just take a look at the stats. He's level 46 and already has over 5k stats. I mean, that's pretty much impossible. I'm going to do a separate video, or actually not, I'm not going to do a separate video on enhancing this thing. Like I said, this was a special type of event. We were only hitting on Frenzy, so there were no other things going into place rather than just Frenzies. We were just hitting and hitting and hitting. That's about all we did. And what do I mean by that is we were just waiting for the opponents to like just start hitting, and I just said for the entire 2 days, by the way, we didn't do any regular wars except for one, but I wasn't awake. And what we did was we said stay behind that point, you know, because I believe that most of you guys actually do know that once you start, what was it again? Once you start, if you want to start a frenzy, you have to be 10% off of each other's points in the last 20 minutes, and if you do that, you will get a frenzy. And I like frenzies because they just give you 20% extra points for nothing, actually, just for staying together with your points. And yeah, this is kind of a trick that some people, or yeah, a lot of people actually do know, but it's like they know when a frenzy triggers, but it's not like how they trigger it. It's just like I know it's going to be last 20 minutes somewhere, but I'm not sure on how to do it, you know. And that's kind of the problem with some cases here, with some people that actually don't know how to trigger it. But I decided to tell them anyway, because it's not really a big secret, you know. I mean, I know certain things about Knights of Dragons that I shouldn't know, actually. And I know them anyway, but I don't tell them. And this is a trick. It's not really a trick. It's just implemented in the game for yourself to do. So it's just there. So yeah, like not many people know it, and that's why I decided to just if they want to know, then of course I can tell them. And now of course they know because I told them. If they wanted to know, of course, because if they didn't want to know, why would I tell them? So that's kind of the thing here. So yeah, now we maxed it, and yeah, we're going to, yeah, I guess we can just do this. And let's see how far the armor's ranks go up, or stats actually, 100 and 100, okay, it's not all too bad, honestly. We can upgrade the ring now. That doesn't really matter to me, honestly. I just want to, like, talk a little bit about every fucking thing going on in my life. Because I feel like that's very necessary as of lately. I have way too many things going on. This thing, by the way, this armor is focused on defense and HP, I believe. Let's take a look at the set, because usually the set also states the same thing, but it doesn't. It's like neglecting me. It's like saying, fuck you, Franzian, you're not worth it. I already lost 4 million over this, by the way. Jesus. I just saw that in a corner, saying like, hey, you lost 4 million. Yeah, because I had 13 million when I started, I believe. And I'm at 9.5 right now, so doesn't really matter though, because I saved it up for this mainly. Unfortunately, the gold has to compensate for this now, instead of going to a certain gold that we drop gold to. But hey, that's not really the matter right now. We just need to do some work, I guess. I haven't even hit in raid, by the way. I haven't even done a thing in the raids, because I need to wake up at like 5:30 AM, and I'm way too busy for all of that shit, you know, because I need to record, I need to do certain stuff, and yeah, I'm completely gone, you know. I'm completely gone whenever I actually want to do something. And in the evening, you know, it's kind of like I have some time in the evening to record, like right now, but that's about all I have. That's all I have right now, and that's how I am supposed to work. At least you guys get something, you know. I mean, something is better than nothing. And that's the ring. Level 71 is enough for me, and I'm sweating as fuck because this is completely shit. And I really like this, by the way. I honestly did enjoy this war, because this was one of the better coordinated ones, just to say the least. What do I mean with the better coordinated ones? Well, I did I think it was a sanction run. Yeah, it was sanctioned by TFO. This is nothing against TFO, by the way, but it was sanctioned, so it was going to fill by the Alliance if we couldn't fill ourselves. And I think we had about 25 hitters from that we could fill ourselves, and the other 15 were from TFO itself. So we got a couple dudes from Spain, a couple dudes from there, you know, we got a couple dudes from pretty much everywhere. And what happened was, there was this small, slight problem between me and them. Because I was wanting to hit frenzies the entire time, and they were kinda not, they didn't want to do that. And like, if you go to my run, you are not supposed to tell me how I do my runs, you know, you're not. And I even posted it in the notes, you know, that we are going to hit frenzies mostly, and sometimes we're going to do a heavy push, and that's about all we had. But I didn't want any outsiders, and this time I didn't have any outsiders. I had friends, and that's what made this run so well for me, and also just quite good, honestly. And I just want that to be pretty much every damn time, you know, not just one time, every damn time. And why is that? It just feels way better to me. Now, I can put this thing off because I don't want to have it anymore. Spearnet has actually an armor, or yeah, armor elements that I needed. So it's not all too bad, and you can clearly see that the 7k stats are fucking amazing, together with the 1k lives that it has. I also am going to do a Shadowforge fusion, don't worry about it, because I have that shitty armor with me. There we go. Now, I am getting so many Shadowforge because next month we're going again with another top 15. I don't know if we ever will end up higher, but we'll see about that. So here goes, Shadowforge fusion. Well, I remember when I wanted to do the two Stone Mill or Sylvanas together, it didn't really work out. What is that? Is that Mandrake Eternal? Did you just... Wait a second. Wait a second. What, did they just give me the exact same armor? Oh, they already undid this. Did they just... I'm confused. I'm quite confused, but let's not go there. What I want to do, though, is... I want to get this one off of me as well. And put this one on, because I like this one better right now. There we go. And then I want to get you out of here for the Lionheart Gladiator. So now I have my 3 best armors with me, my 3 latest top runs, together with my own gold. And I think I'm going to put fire air here, and then you there, and then you there. But there's a slight problem with this one, because now I need to put air as my pet. And as you can see, I don't really have air. So what I think I'm going to do... Can I keep fire? Yeah, let's just keep fire for now. So it's not really cooperating with any of my stats. So let's take a look at... I just want to take a look at the stats again. What did it say? This is High Commander stats, by the way. This is not even Gold Master stats. And this is just fucking awesome. You know, by the way, if you ever want to join an Eternality top run, we're running every month from now on to just compensate for every month we pretty much missed because we were saving up like hell. And just take a look. Just fucking take a look. I'm going to end this episode after this, by the way. Wasted 6 million. Okay, instead of 4. Okay, well, I can come into that because I just wasted everything on an entire set. Just take a look at all these golds. QMOB did somewhat less wars than us. They did like 5 wars less. And they also lost 1 war. So our win-loss ratio is much better than them. We actually conquered the Guerreros Latinos because they wanted a frenzy. This is actually a funny story. Because the guy that was declaring for them in the Master Declare room just told me like, hey, we want a frenzy. And I was like, sure, because we were only doing frenzies anyway. Because it was like 7 AM or something. I told them, sure, you can have one. And what the guy told me is like, we got a couple, we just got a couple hitters on, not many anymore. And after that they said, we got tons of gems though. And I said, sure. You know, I said just, okay. Because I didn't want to tell them that we had like 10-15 people on, because they said like, hey, we're with about 6 people, we're going to hit hard during that frenzy. Well, guess what happened? They said like, hey, we got tons of gems, and all of a sudden, this is not to be mad at them or something, or trying to like like offend them or something, or to do something wrong to them, to say something wrong. But this is what happened. They got 200k and we got about 1 million points. That's all there was. We were just hitting with I think 10 people at the start, and in the end I think 15 people decided to come in, and they weren't hitting at all. You know, I thought that they said, yeah, we still got tons of gems, we still got tons of hitters, so I thought that we were going to lose that war. But instead we matched Phantom Troop, and yeah, we got wrecked there. Because what I want to do is get 0 losses. That is my personal thing, you know. The frenzy hitting is something completely different. What I want to do is, besides the frenzy hitting, is also make sure we get 0 losses. That's a personal goal of mine. Only had it once, and yeah, that's just how it works, unfortunately. But yeah, you guys can see it right here. This is how a domination run works. These guys, Airlords, for example, 34 fights, so 10 more fights as us. And habitual offenders, the Grey Cloaks, Angel Blades, Lords of War, Dawn of the Dragons. And I'm not going any further down because that's kind of weird. But look at the entire top 10. They did about 10 fights more as us. We did 21 million points, and the entire top 10 did meh, decent, still a decent amount, but they did it with much more fights than we did. We got so many points out of those frenzies that it's just, that's why I want to do frenzies. Frenzies are the only thing that I want to spend my gems on in this entire game, except for sometimes chest openings, but that's not the point right now. I'm only spending my gems on frenzies in this game when I'm going on a top run. That's about all I do. And why am I doing that? It's just maximizing your gems for the milestones, for pretty much everything. And you can clearly see that right here. Everybody got the most out of his gems. Unfortunately, one decided to lead Ryan by 120 points. He didn't make the fucking minimum. Only joking, he's not going to get blacklisted because of that. But he has to do his best somewhat more, because he usually overrides the minimum by 100k. But yeah, you can see it right here. But guys, thank you so much for watching. Smash that like button if you enjoyed, and I hope to see you all again next time.